All right. Hopefully everything is going good. Just making sure that the recording is going. Sorry, it's been a little bit. Life, bro. Fucking life. Anyway, we're gonna be going over. So I've been making tutorials like on the side, and basically what I'm going to go over is I'm gonna go over what to do in practice mode once you kind of like already know your character. So once you kind of have your character down, first off, choose the character that you struggle with the most or that you have questions with. And so we'll choose Kunimitsu just because I do have a question for her. And basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going through most of the menu because I don't even use most of them. So as you can see, in my version of the game, I purchased the frame pack so you can see the frame data. And this helps me, like, I know what's 12 frames. That's my 12 frame punish. So 13, 14, 15. So it's stuff that helps me, you know. So let's go to the menu first. This is most likely what you're going to see. Not set. When you first start. This is when you hit start. Like when you go to practice mode, this is what you see. So this is fine. This basically is, hey, practice your combos. That's basically what it is. Practice your combos. Practice your inputs. Make sure that everything is tight, you know. What we want to do, if you're trying to go through the move list, you know, making sure that like going through your moves, what you want to do is set your first option is going to be stand. Your second one is going to be shit. All right, now that that's off, for the second one, you're gonna want to do what's called guard all. There's a reason for that. It's so that way when you attack someone, like they're going to block as soon as they possibly can. So you can find out which moves are natural combos. So this one, back 3-4, that's a natural combo. So I know that if I hit the first hit, the second hit automatically gonna go. Rather, if I go into stance, they're gonna block anything that you do. Just to show you, this basically just tells you, hey, this is a natural combo. This is not, like, you know what I mean? And then if you counter hit it, you can find out other stuff. Like, oh, okay, so I counter hit on my 1-1-1. I counter hit my first hit and the other two connected. But the thing you really want to like just go through is like see the second hit and the third hit hits. So that's just something to know. If you want to test other things, like maybe that's not the step right. See? So now you can see. And then I just did a homing move, so it's like, oh, okay, they can step after this string. Like, oh, that tracks. That tracks really good. What about left? Yeah. So, and you can even test this with like, you know, like the character you're going against. But for right now, what we're going to do is we're going to leave this where I always have it, which is here. Then we're gonna just go down. Standing guard. If you leave it at standing guard, anything that you throw is they're gonna block, obviously, except for lows, because they're standing guard. The second option is guard all, so they're only gonna guard all after your first hit, you know, or block. They're gonna, because it's still their second one. It's still their second phase. Stand and approach. This is for if you want to practice your wall carry, or if like you're just tired of chasing them after you knock them down. Let me see if I can actually get to the wall. I know Lars can. I just didn't know the combo route to do it. Alright, so there's that. Obviously, you can make them crouch. You can make them go into crouch guard. You can crouch and follow, guard phone. The really ones that you want to, and you can also have someone play with you. I'm glad I went over this list. You can have someone literally be the second controller, and they would play, like, and you can go to practice mode. But since I don't have any friends, we're going to go to Mimic. See this? Mimic, what's it good for? I don't fucking know. I literally do not know. Maybe a showcase. Like, I've seen people use it for like memes, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone use it to like practice. Then obviously you can set the computer. Repeat action. This is the only thing that I come to practice mode with for. This and then computer if I'm learning a new character. If I'm learning a new character, after I go through all the moves, let me turn you off because you're going to irritate me. Once you go through all the moves and all the combos and you're just trying to like learn how to fundamentally move, you'll be surprised that fighting against the computer on the hardest difficulty will teach you what is good and what isn't. So it's like when to block, when to space out, like, you know what I mean? And it just teaches you the fundamentals. You don't have to like go hard in the paint, but basically until you're comfortable fighting against the computer, then you can be like, this is what I do. You can do it however you please. But once I get done like fucking up the computer in practice mode, then I'll go online. And when I mean fucking up the computer, I mean like I'm moving, I'm swaying everything. I know like what's going on. You don't have to do it with every character, but just the character you're trying to learn and trying to learn against. But this is basically what I wanted to teach you. Repeat action. This is for if you have questions. So I had a question. So you can either, so basically when you go to repeat action, you're going to go to move list. You can go to move list and it'll bring up the opponent. So this is all Kunimitsu's. We're just gonna look at that. See that? Got her doing it. And basically what you do is once you're back here down at the bottom, you can either press the touchpad and X to restart the screen, or you can press the touchpad and circle to start the action. And you can also press the touchpad and circle to stop the action, or play the action, stop the action. You know what I meant. So say that right there, say those moves are really mixing me up. Let me get back to there we go. So if you want to record basically like a specific mix up, go to record for repeat action 1, and then say you struggle with this, right? So I'm going to record it, and basically as soon as you're done doing the move, you just hit start. But you want to record it by holding the touchpad and pressing circle. You don't have to hold touchpad the whole time, just in case any beginners that, you know, my words get lost. Touchpad and circle to start the recording. But I didn't do the kick, so I'm going to do it again. There we go. Now I know that's a mid, and she is minus 14. I cannot punish that. But I can sidestep it. Anyway. So we got that. Now we're going to mix it up with this. So basically, now that it's at 100 and 100, you could change it down to 50-50, but it doesn't really matter. It's already 50-50 just by keeping it at 100. But just for, you know, for the sake, I'm going to keep it at 50-50. And then I can react. I can try to react. That's minus 18. Didn't know that. So I can launch it. Yeah. So those are just like things that you can do. So basically what I had was I had a question for Kunimitsu, but I gotta find out the fucking input. I already found it. So I want to know what that is on block. It's minus 14. And what can I do to punish it? That is 14 frames, which is a launcher. So that's where, this is normally why I come to practice mode. I'm like, I have a question. What is that on block? You know what I mean? Or what is this on whiff? Or can they sidestep this? So say I want to lab my character. Nope. I am just fucking up, bro. Give me a second. Simple select. That's what I wanted to do. So say I want to lab my character. So I'm going to go to Lars. This is just something that I wanted to learn because I got tired of people doing this. So like, say I get tired of people hop kicking, and this is something that happens all the time. See that? I tried to hop kick after getting hit. It doesn't work. Right there. Catch a step. Try to step. Step, nigga. Fuck. Yeah. You can't step. If you block it, you can backstep. You can't even backstep it. So the reason why I labbed that specifically was for people that like to hop kick. Now, even though it's just a little low, like, it's something that stops a lot of things. So like what are you gonna do on that? You can't do anything. You can't hop kick. The most you can do is parry. That's the most you can do. But that's something that I wanted to learn. Now let's do something a little bit more realistic, like this, because I like to abuse the ankles. You see that? Like, people can just hop kick me. So it got annoying. So what I did is I came to practice mode, and I wanted to learn what I can do to avoid people taking their turn back after I hit them. So that is one of them. If you try to hop kick, you get floated, and if you didn't know, you can combo off of that. It's going to be hard. I think that should work. Yeah, I can combo off of that if they try to hop kick in the middle of my pressure, which is why it's bad. Also, try to dick jab, boom, counter hit. So these are things that you want to lab for your character. If you're running into people disrespecting you at certain times, you want to take it to the lab with your character and learn how to get around it. So let's see, what's another thing? Actually, I think I kind of already nailed this, or as far as like teaching you, like another thing you can do, which is like learn to defend a mix up, like, you know what I mean? Like that. So it's like, okay, shit. Yeah, see? You can be like, oh shit, that's a good mix up, or some shit like that. That's hard to fucking, you know. Sometimes people will disrespect you. Sometimes you don't gotta respect them, you know what I mean? So once you figure out like your mix up, you can take it and implement it and be like, oh, okay, well, they can do this. Then as soon as you realize all of the options that your opponent can take, then you can take those options away. Literally, you can be like, oh, okay, so he's gonna do this. Bet I'm gonna do this, right? So now that we got that set, and then maybe you want to practice it. So then you go to, you know, turn this computer on, see if they'll run into it like a dumbass. And then you can do punishment training. Punishment training will help you for specifically the character that you're fighting against. So if I don't want to do this with Lars, maybe I want to do it with someone that I'm less comfortable fighting against. And the punishment training, keep in mind, the punishment training helps you with core moves, but not all of the moves. Like that, like easy. And it's basically just gonna go over it, you know what I mean? Oh, I didn't realize that was -10. And then you realize that you can punish shit, like me just now. It was like, huh, I didn't realize I can actually punish that with that. Then we go to, this is restart. So you can choose. I don't know how current works. Like, I don't fucking understand. See, like, watch. Like, it just stands them back up where they're at. I don't know when you would use that. Typically I'll use default, or if I want to practice a wall combo, I'll do the wall. Do keep in mind that there are some balcony break stages, or some with gimmicks to where you can fall through the ground. You can restart those by using default. I think it's default. No, it'll say there will be another option. That I'm actually just gonna go there so that way you know. Right here, Default gimmicks restored to default, which means get your ass over there. Broke the wall. Out here learning shit. Bang, restart. It takes a little bit longer to restart because they're taking you back, but you see how we're up here now and you can still do the balcony break. That's for places that you can actually do that. Gimmicks restored. Now that's not just with the balcony break. That's also with like what is it called? The Forbidden Realm, where you fall through the ground. It'll restore that as well. And then balcony break, obviously it's going to restore you right next to it. And then I think if you do the same, it should take you right back to the balcony break, because that's the only one on this level. So that's weird. Oh, okay. I've never chosen not set version. That's why I asked. And then you can change it. So maybe you want to practice on the right side. Is that right? No, that's not right. The fuck? Oh, so it just changes you. That's cool. You know what's funny is I'm over here giving a tutorial on things that I never really touch. But it looks like I guess we'll just learn together. So left, obviously, it's going to face me the other way. Then back is going to face my back towards Hwoarang. And then you can change Hwoarang's as well. Front, you know. Or sorry. Back. If you want to break his neck a couple times. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Player status. Oh, this is still the reset, so you can make it to where he's on the ground, but face down. Oh, that's me. And basically, when you're like that, maybe you want to see like what the how negative you are when you're on the ground. You know, -12. So when you do a get up kick, they can not launch you, but they'll hit you. They get a free attack. -12. Bitch, stop moving. No, I need you out the wall. Fucking whore. Bitch. Or you can do that. You know, it's your +1. But you get the idea. You get the idea. Face down. Different option. Look at that. It's actually -20 if you get it from face down. So you can get launched. It's -12 still. It's -12 if you roll forward. And then you can have the computer do it. So it's like, and the computer face down, I mean, what you could do here is kind of like, you know, find something that hits them on the ground. That's my move that kind of flips them over. So I don't have to worry about niggas just staying on the ground the whole time. Switch position. This is if you want to practice being on the right side, you know what I mean? And then, let's see, reset to normal. Then this is all just on the other one as well. Then display settings, command history. I did this specifically because I was using Armor King. And I don't know if you guys have played like other games where like you have to do like a quarter circle or a half circle. Sometimes you don't get the input. See, right there, I didn't get it. That was supposed to be a giant swing. But because I'm using a brand new controller, I go to the inputs to make sure that I'm putting the input in, rather than just like, you know, fucking up and doing the inputs, because otherwise you'll just get like a jab and you'll wonder why and you'll get pissed. So it's better to come to practice mode and get it down. Like, you want to make sure that your inputs are on fleek, or else you're going to be pissed online. So this is where the command history comes in, just so that way you know that you're pressing the right input, because sometimes you may be pressing the right input but you're doing it too early, like that. Like, I did the right input but the grab didn't come out because I'm doing it too early. And there, I didn't do the input. So then I know. When I realize why I'm not getting what I want, I'm less irritated, which is why I recommend this for people. You know what I mean? So we're going to hide that. And then health gauge, you can hide this. I mean, you don't have to hide it. Like, it kind of, takes away the distraction that you're about to die, but you're also in practice mode, so it's kind of, you don't need it. If you're trying to get like a snapshot of something, you can make like the player attack info. You can hide that. That was over on the left side. I'm gonna bring it back up. You can see it even though it's on pause, so that way you know. I'm gonna get rid of that. That's already hidden. Hit properties, so like mid high, that's just gonna go away, so it's like a regular match. Whatever makes you feel comfortable, like get your settings set for you. Recovering animations, this is good for like intermediate, like, you know, if you're trying to like roll up and I'm trying to do my, what's it called, my my grab, I gotta press the button right after he's blue, because while he's blue I can't press the button, it's not gonna come out. So you got to make sure that you're doing it at the right time. And then once you get your timing down, then you're a force to be reckoned with, nigga. You can go online and beat some ass. I want to do it one more time. There we go. Then we're gonna get rid of that. And then this is just the, you know, what I paid for, the data frame. You can hide that if you want. The simple display, I've never used that, so I don't know what that is. I don't understand what the simple display is. Oh, I still don't understand. What the fuck is that? Why am I red now? Oh, is that the simple display? Oh, okay. So the simple display just shows you like when it's your turn. That's sick. So, okay. See, like this leaves me plus, so it's definitely my turn after that. Okay, so the simple display just colors your character, kind of like recovery animation, but instead this one it lights you up blue when you're safe. Is it safe? When it's your turn. It lights you up blue when it's your turn. But you could be doing moves that are safe, like this, even though I'm red, does not mean it's punishable. It just means that it's not my turn anymore. So if I try to attack, I would be greedy. Like that. Safe. Or not safe, but plus. Plus. What else leaves me with plus? This leaves me plus. So you can go through your moves, see what all makes you plus, you know what I mean? And then you can do the same with him, but it doesn't really matter. It's just vice versa. Then over here you can set your counter attacks. Let me set them to standing. So say you want to test something. We'll just do counter hit. Say you want to practice a counter hit. Like this. This doesn't knock down on regular hit. You normally get that. But maybe you want to practice your counter hit. You know what I mean? So then you can go based off of that. Like this one specifically, like I can never do that combo. Oh, as I did it easy. Or this one, like that's a hard combo for me to land. And basically what you can do too is you can key charge, but like if you don't think that you're gonna get it on the first try and you're actually like trying to practice it and get it down on a regular basis, then I recommend actually turning on the counter hit. So like, and then another thing that I like, maybe I don't know if you've seen this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So you can turn the rage on. Boom. Access your rage drive and your rage art. We're not gonna watch that. So basically what you can do is maybe I want to have him crouch because of this. That's a counter hit. And then what I want him to do is I want him to crouch again. See that? Right there. See, if he tries to crouch with the uppercut, he's going to get launched. But if he knows that, then I can go up and grab him. You know what I mean? So it's like it's a mix-up. Like I can grab that way, or I can just do the uppercut. Depends on what he's gonna do. Now, the reason I put on rage is because you can get a rage drive off of this, and that's all guaranteed if they get hit by the counter, as long as I do it correctly. See? If I do it bad, then they can duck it. Yeah. And this is where you go to practice, dude. Like, once you get it down, it's just like, who's gonna stop you from doing it next time? Oh fuck. Like, there's, and like maybe my back is to the wall, right? This is something that I've actually fucked up. And swap positions so my back is to the wall. Now they can't break giant swing. Automatic 70 damage. You see that shit? It only counted 92 there because I did it fast enough to where it counted the first counter hit. Regardless if it counts that hit or not, they still can't crouch. But yeah. So we're going to go back to default. Still going over the last one. And basically this is just kind of going over like, bro, this is, if you have questions, you go to practice mode. That's literally what you do. You don't sit there in practice mode and just do nothing. Like, you can go there and just do combos, you know what I mean? And once you have your combos on lock, then you want to learn your mix-up game. And the computer is almost always going to block your fucking mix-up. So kind of free ball it and be like, oh, would a person block this at the wall after they get up? Like, I don't know. Let me go ahead and set the computer on practice, so that way you know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna get him to the wall. Oh my gosh. You know what? No, we're not doing that. We're gonna go to restart. We're gonna go to wall, and this bitch is gonna, there you go, got him at the wall. All guaranteed. Are people like, and I just grabbed them right after that. Are people going to crouch that? Or are people going to break that? Like, it just depends on the person you're playing against. So like, you can do that. And if they're blocking high and they're ready to tech, oh, I'm going to grab them with my legs, because that's what fucking Armor King does. Armor King and King. Guard all, see? Guard all. Can't block that, bitch. So yeah. Then we're going to go over here. Rage. You can turn on their rage as well. Just to kind of like... And then you can, while they're in rage, what you would do is you would go to repeat action. And then you can do like, I don't know, whatever his shit is. Like that. And be like, oh shit, okay. What do I do if he does that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, or what do I do if he does that? But yeah, no, that's something to go off of. Throw escapes. So this is something for Armor King specifically, because his rage drive, if you didn't know, his rage drive is something that cannot be player rage. When you hit him with that rage drive, they cannot tech the grab. So just so you know, bitch, I threw throw breaks on my end. I'm glad I didn't just do it outright. Broke the one throw, broke the two throw. We're gonna have you stop crouching. Broke the 1+2. It just breaks everything, right? Break this, bitch. So this way, you can practice your timing. You know what I mean? See? I wanted giant swing, but I didn't get it. Now I got it. Got it again. Didn't get it. My general rule is if I can do it 3 times in a row, I can move on. See? I fucked up. Once I get the muscle memory of doing it, then I can move on. Got it 3 times. Now I can move on. Maybe I want to try something else. You know what I mean? So, then that's... Oh, I forgot about that feature. I used to fuck around with this feature a lot on Tekken 6. But no, not Tekken 6. I don't know. I don't remember if it was on Tekken 6, actually. I know it was on Tekken Tag. And I did mess around with it on Tekken Tag. And basically what this is latency. Like, I don't think you can realize how bad this lag is. Like it's pretty bad. Let me bump it up. Like, that was supposed to be a well-timed back 1+2, but because of the lag, I got fucked up. Because of the lag, fucked up. And this is just so you can get used to the latency. This is something that you can do if you're just trying to get good at Tekken casually, like just to play online. But if you're trying to play offline, I wouldn't recommend getting used to the lag, because when you play offline, you're not going to be dealing with that. And then you're going to be thrown off. The other thing you can do for ground tech. So let's say I want him to sidestep or quick roll left. And we'll go over something specifically for Armor King. Like that. Like, that's supposed to be unblockable. So, and guaranteed, actually. The reason it wasn't is because I didn't correct myself. And then as soon as I get this, I'm going to get it one more time. I know I'm going to get it too. Easy. And then you can change it to right. Just to test it, make sure everything works up and up. Then what we're going to do, just to make sure, I'm going to make it not... What is it? I'm going to have him wake up with a mid kick, just to see if he can actually hit me with it when I delay it. And he can't. And he takes way more damage. So, yeah, those are things that you want to deal with. Maybe you deal with a lot of people that spring attack. Like, that's when I like the frame data, because it tells me how punishable that is. Look at that. That's 19 frames. You see that shit? Now, if you're at a distance, it becomes less. I'm always safe. I always feel safe doing just a 12 frame once people do that, because I don't know the distance yet. But for those that are beginning, like, you could just kind of space it out like that. So it's like, oh shit, oh no, not that one. And then over there on the left, it'll tell you it's a punish if you punished it correctly. A punish means that they, if you don't know, that they cannot block out of it. But yeah, and then you also have the sample combos. I've gone over those in the tutorials. But basically, dude, this is all that I'm just trying to say. Like, practice mode is your best friend when you're not playing online. I recommend strongly, if you are getting salty online, to stop playing online. Take a break and come to practice mode. So that way, when you come to practice mode, just get out some questions. Be like, what can I do in this situation? Maybe you should record some of your gameplay, watch it, and then like look back at it and be like, oh, okay, this doesn't work, so what can I do to stop them from doing this? Or, oh, this character can do this, or Leroy can do that. What should I do to counteract what he's doing? So that way you can answer all these questions. So that way when you match up with that person again, maybe not that person, but someone using that character, easy money. You're going to be able to body them. But this is basically just going over like practice mode. Practice mode is like, dude, it's easy as fuck. I didn't go over jump. I didn't go over neutral guard because I didn't this is not something that you normally are going to want to use. Like random guard specifically, if I was Lars and I want to do back 2 and I just want to delay it, look at that. That's safe. It's on random guard, right? Yeah, it's on random guard. And this nigga is blocking everything. We'll just have them both on random guard. See? You just got to be ready. And then I can get that guaranteed damage, you know what I mean? Or maybe I want to bait them from pressing a button. Counter hit. That's why you would use random guard. But typically, I never learned it that way. I learned like going based off of people on how they play. I only use you can do that, like it'll help. I'm just gonna say that it'll help. But it's not something that I used when I was first learning. I went off of reading opponents on when they would press a button. But here you can just confirm. You know what I mean? So it's like confirm. Oh, didn't confirm right. Didn't confirm right on those either. See? So then jump, obviously, bro, you already know what jump is. Why would you ever want your character to jump? I do not know. I don't know. Maybe you want to practice grabbing niggas out the air. Maybe you want to practice your float combos. It all depends on what you come. It all depends on the questions that you have for yourself when you come to practice mode. You come here literally to learn. If you are not ready to learn, take a break, go play a different game. But if you are trying to learn and you're not learning online and you're getting frustrated, practice mode is where to be. Practice mode is also just a unique tool for you guys to use. So definitely check it out. Other than that, I think I went over pretty much everything that I needed to go over on what I used it for. You might find another like better advanced one out there somewhere, but to me, bro, this is what works. Like this is what I do. Like maybe you want to have your opponent crouch after that. See what string they can crouch at the end. Look at that. They can crouch that. Maybe you want to see if they can jump something. I don't know. Like that. Like I'm sure whatever they jump, they can hop kick. I don't know what neutral guard is, to be honest. Oh, neutral guard. I know what that is. Neutral guard is like when you're not touching the controller at all. So like if you're not touching the controller, you're not going to block lows. Look at that. So neutral guard is fine. You're fine. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Hopefully this is hopefully this helps. I made this for specifically 2 people that had asked me like, what do you do in practice mode? So these are things that I go over in practice mode. 5 questions. I come here and I answer them. I figure them out myself. And then if other people ask, I'm like, hey, I don't know this. But yeah, there you go. Hopefully it helps. All right, peace, bitches.